Suhaila Siddiq. Lieutenant General Dr. Suhaila Siddiq, 11 March 1949 – 4 December 2020. She served as the Minister of Public Health from December 2001 to 2004. Prior to that, she worked as the Surgeon General in the military of Afghanistan. As a government minister, she was given the title Honorable before her name. Siddiq was one of the few female government leaders in Afghanistan, and is the only woman in the history of Afghanistan to have held the title of Lieutenant General. General Seddiq had worked for the government of Afghanistan since the reign of Mohammed Zahir Shah. Early life and education. General Suhaila was born in Kabul, Afghanistan. She was born on March 11. Her exact birth year is unknown, believed to be either 1938 or 1949. She belonged to the royal Barakzai Mohammedzai Pashtun lineage. She was one of 6 daughters. Her father was a governor of Kandahar. After completing high school, she attended Kabul Medical University, but completed her medical studies at Moscow State University in what was then the Soviet Union. Careers. During the government of Mohammad Najibullah 1987–1992, Siddiq was given the rank of Surgeon General. She was the chief of surgery at the main Kabul hospital in Wazir Akbar Khan before and after the Taliban. Under the Taliban, she kept up the instruction of medicine for women and managed to reopen the women's section of the hospital where she worked after the Taliban had closed it. Siddiq was well respected by many Afghan feminists for her actions during the Taliban era. Both she and her sister Siddiqa, who was a professor at the Kabul Polytechnical Institute, were 2 of very few women who successfully refused to wear the burqa. She is quoted as having said, "When the religious police came with their canes and raised their arms to hit me, I raised mine to hit them back." One of her first acts was to request help from the international community for the establishment of a medical workforce of women. She met a team from the World Health Organization who was sent to the war-torn country to assess its health needs, and said that the training of Afghan women is key because they are a crucial asset in the health system. As minister in April 2002, Siddiq oversaw the vaccination of about 6 million Afghan children against polio on behalf of the United Nations Children's Fund. In July 2002, she met with a Chinese delegation who agreed to fund the renovation of what was promised to be Afghanistan's most modern hospital. In November 2006, Siddiq presented a speech on AIDS in Afghanistan to Eurasianet in New York City. Personal life and death. Siddiq lived all her life in Afghanistan. She never married and claimed she was too dedicated to her profession and didn't have time for a husband. "I didn't marry because I didn't want to take orders from a man." Siddiq was one of 5 daughters of Mohammed Siddiq, a governor of Kandahar, during the reign of King Zahir Shah Khan. Her younger sister Master Aziz Sultan, who died in Washington, D.C. in 2014, was also a physician and specialized in OB/GYN. Her other sisters reside in San Diego, Geneva, and Sydney. One of her other younger sisters, Seddiqa, an engineer, passed in 2001 in Kabul. Siddiq had Alzheimer's disease. She died from complications of COVID-19 at the age of 72 in Kabul on 4 December 2020, during the COVID-19 pandemic in Afghanistan.